Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video finally. It has been a while ago. If you are a family member or a friend of mine, you might know that I actually uploaded a video pretty much a year ago, which was titled, I need to check, Introduction Video plus Bucket List. In that video I basically talk about my gap year, what I want to achieve, what points I have on my bucket list for my gap year. Yeah, now the year is pretty much over, which is really surreal and crazy. Now I thought that I had to make a video where I go through all the points on my bucket list and see which ones I did check off and which ones I didn't. The first point I had on my bucket list was to go to Finland to celebrate my graduation, which I did. That was already planned when I filmed the video. I actually had just graduated when I filmed the video, the last one, but I celebrated with my whole family and friends in Finland, which was really beautiful. And yeah, so check that one off. Then I went straight from Finland to Bali. If you follow my channel, you have seen that I have uploaded vlogs from Bali, and I went there with 5 other friends, and yeah, we had a lot of fun there. So check out my vlogs from Bali if you want to know what I did there, but yeah, check that one off as well. Then I continued from Bali straight to New Zealand with my one friend from the group, Tiffany. And well, yeah, I have vlogs from there as well. Check them out. New Zealand was my favorite place from that trip, so I definitely recommend New Zealand. One of the most beautiful countries I've seen. And we continued straight to Australia, so check for that one as well. And there we made a road trip. We rented a car, and check out the vlogs from there as well. That is pretty much something most of my, friends and family that have watched my last video know of, because I've posted things from there. So check for all those 4 points. I had a point that was called find out what I want to study, and I'd say check because I'm going to start studying in September, but I mean, I don't know for sure if that's the thing, the one true thing for me. But well, let me tell you a bit about how I tried to find out what I wanted to study, because it was pretty hard. It was really hard actually. When I got back from my trips last September, I was really lost, and I didn't have a job. I didn't know what I wanted in life, what to study. I felt really lost, and I didn't have anything to do during the days. And if you've ever had that for a longer time, you know that it's horrible. I felt so empty. I didn't know anything about my life or what I wanted. So what I actually did when I got home was that I signed up for a course. It's an online course organized from a Swedish school that is in Stockholm, and the school is called Baris, and Baris focuses on communication, marketing, and I did an introduction course there where they presented a lot of jobs in that industry, which was so good that I did. I really enjoyed the course, as I said, an online course, and it really showed me that I am interested in that field, and I really could see myself doing something like that. So that really helped, at least. Actually, I also went to a place here in Switzerland that is called BITS. BITS is basically a place in Switzerland where they have people helping you, trying to find out what your interests are. And I went there because I know I couldn't lose anything by going there, and it's also for free, yeah. So I went there, they gave me some, you know, things to fill out, questions to answer to see what my interests are. But you know, it didn't really say anything new. I didn't like get any new information out of that. I definitely found out in this year that I'm either into sciences, biology, or into communication, marketing, creative things. The next thing that happened, because I did this course around Christmas, I think it was finished during Christmas, and after Christmas I started an internship, and this internship was at a cosmetics brand, and which was still a startup, and this internship was in marketing. So I was responsible for, you know, their contact with the press, contact with bloggers, influencers, and I was responsible for their social media. You know, it gave me a really good job experience. I did actually just end this internship 1 week ago, pretty much, and or even less than a week ago, which it feels weird not going to work. It's Monday. Yeah, it's fucking Monday. And I'm not at work, so that's weird. But you know, I have had good and bad experiences with this internship, but I'm so happy I did this, and I have learned so much about a brand itself, how it works, about cosmetics, makeup, because that has been one of my biggest interests. I mean, I did mention it in the last video even, but it has gotten to be even a bigger interest now that I've worked with makeup. I guess that really also helped me getting to know myself better, what I want and what I don't want. You learn from everything more about yourself. Then there's one more thing that I actually did during this last half year. I didn't want to leave this biology interest, you know, behind me. So I was thinking, what if I try to get into the dental medicine line? Here in Switzerland, you need to make a exam for pretty much all the other things you don't. When you want to study, you just start studying it, and then you see if you pass all the exams after you start. But with medicine, you need to make an exam. So I was like, you know, I want to try this. I want to see what type of exam it is, and see how well, you know, if it's gonna, you know, get me anywhere, and you know, if I figure out something on the way. I tried to, you know, study beside working 100%, which was pretty hard, and you know, didn't even work that well, to be honest. I also took some days off to try to study, but it wasn't enough, so I didn't get into the dental medicine program. But you know, now I feel that made sense. I mean, I wouldn't have really deserved to get in because I didn't do enough for it, and I'm not sure it would have been the right thing. You know, other people are so focused on getting into medicine and would do anything for it, and I didn't. So I feel at least this year it was right. I don't know if I maybe would like to try maybe next year. Right now I don't feel like I would, but you never know. I might do, because I am still really interested in biology, and I feel like being a dentist would fit me really well. Now you might wonder what I'm actually going to start studying in like 2 weeks or so, and that is social sciences. So it's basically communication in the major and biology in the minor. I wanted to combine those two. I think anything with communication is perfect for me. I love anything that has to do with communication. If it's a song, if it's a picture, if it's a video, if it's just a text, if it's a word, if it's makeup. I love anything that gives someone else a message. That is gonna fit me, I hope. I think we can make a check on that one, because I mean, I did figure things out in this year. So I definitely know more than a year ago, but still not, you know, super sure about what I'm doing. The next point was that I would want to start windsurfing. I had talked about this a year ago already with my boyfriend, that I was really interested in, you know, starting to windsurf. And he was as well. And actually this summer, so not that long ago, we went to Italy to the Garda Lake.
Santa Maria Polenta.
And made a course there to get the international license, you know, to rent equipment. So we're still beginners. We know a little how to windsurf, and it was super fun. And we definitely want to continue that. So fucking check on that one. Check. Also on my bucket list is read a lot of books. Okay, that didn't go that well. It really didn't work at all. I tried in the beginning when, you know, traveling, when I was in Bali, to read. But I stopped. I just stopped because, I don't know, I guess I've been watching more series than reading books. But that is definitely a point I'm still working on, and I really want to get back to reading more. Maybe I should just get better books, I don't know. You remember, if you've seen my last video, like not the last, but the one, the bucket list video, do you remember that I showed you 3 different books? I can show you the ones that I'd like to read like now during summer, or like, yeah, in the next couple of weeks. I didn't finish, wait. No, the Swedish one I finished. I finished 1.5, because the English one I read like half, and then the German one I didn't read at all. So, yeah, sorry, but that didn't work out. The next point was that I had to work, or wanted and needed and had to work, which I did. I worked for about like 10 months, because first I started back at my old job at the souvenir shop to make some money, and then I switched to the internship when I found out about it and got the job. Check on that one. Didn't make a lot of money with, you know, the internship, but still enough to live. Then the next point I'm excited about is I wanted to make more spontaneous, smaller trips in Europe, because, you know, I had planned this huge trips a year ago to New Zealand and Australia and Bali, but I also wanted to make, you know, smaller, more spontaneous ones, and actually take advantage of the fact that I live in Switzerland, like near everything in Europe. So I did, I'd say, check on that one, because when I actually got back, I immediately went on 2 other trips, and you might think, what the fuck, where did you get the money from? But there were some reasons for the trips. One trip was to Helsinki, and I took my boyfriend with me, because my godfather had a big birthday party, so, you know, I had to show up. You know, I didn't have to, but I really wanted. So I figured I'll take care of the money afterwards. And also, me and my boyfriend had talked about going to Amsterdam, because we knew a family friend there from my family. So, and she was going to move, so we also had to, you know, go there before she moved. So we went to Amsterdam, which was so fun and really beautiful. I also made a little road trip with my friends, just, you know, to Germany. I've been to Austria. We go every year to Austria for skiing, but I mean, that counts. I've been to Budapest with one of my best friends, just This summer, I've been to Garda, as I mentioned, for windsurfing. I've been twice to Stockholm this year. I just came back from Stockholm yesterday. I went there with one of my best friends for a festival this past weekend, and also I went there last March with my parents and my boyfriend for Melody Festival, and if you know about that. And but yeah, I would say I have taken advantage of the fact that I live in Switzerland. I couldn't have done any more trips because of the money, like this is the border. Then the next point, taking my freaking driver's license. Yay, I did, so check on that one. But I actually had to do it twice. I failed the first time, which is very common in Zurich, just so you know. I'm trying to like make clear that I'm not a bad driver. But yeah, I have my driver's license. And another point I had was to post regular videos onto YouTube. I am not too sure about if I can give myself that one, because you know, I have had different flows. Up to January it was fine. I did post every now and then, but when I started my internship, no, not really, so I can't really give myself that one, but I still want to continue this channel, as you see. And if you have seen my last video, I've done some more makeup related video. Like, I've done one freaking makeup related video, but I want to start making makeup videos where specifically talking and reviewing brands. Yeah, that's coming up. Hi there again. I actually forgot one point on the list that I had a year ago, and that point was to write more songs. No, I didn't check off that one, unfortunately, because I don't know, it's sad. I have written some songs, but definitely not more, and that was what I wanted to achieve, so didn't get that one. Those are all the points I mentioned in the bucket list video, but I figured I did have 2 more points that I didn't mention, and I thought I was going to mention them now. The one thing that I actually thought about last summer already was that I wanted to go to more festivals, because every year when, you know, during summer, I was sitting in the damn school watching all the Instagram stories and seeing all the pictures from festivals I wanted to attend, but they were during school. So I told myself I needed to, you know, take advantage of the time I have to go to festivals. And this summer I went to freaking 3 festivals. The first one was the Sziget Festival in Budapest. It's the second biggest festival in Europe, and I went there for one day to specifically see Ed Sheeran, and he is hands down one of the most talented, or he is the most talented musician in our decade. I can't believe, like, I had high expectations, but he blew me away. He did. You know, I wouldn't even consider myself like a super Ed Sheeran fan. I'm not, you know, that into his music, but his concert was amazing. Then I went to the City Open Air Festival here in Zurich, as the name says, with my boyfriend. He had given me tickets as my Christmas present to see Swedish House Mafia, because I've like been a fan of Swedish House Mafia since I was 12 years old. I was really excited for that, but you know, the festival, they had good acts. The music was not loud at all. When it's house music, it needs to be, you know, a really good bass. It needs to be loud. You need to hear all the instruments, all sequences, and it just didn't sound good. And you know, that's not Swedish House Mafia's fault, that's the you know, festival its fault. That was too bad, but still it was good. But, you know, I would expect the quality to be better. As I just mentioned before, I came home yesterday from Stockholm because I have been to a festival called Summerburst for the weekend with my friend. It was the same friend who I went traveling with. That festival was just amazing. That's the kind of festival I like. All the Swedish people, the crowd was crazy. They were feeling it all the time. They were dancing, they were moving, they were just loving it. The lineup was amazing. It was a house/deep house festival. Just our type of music that me and my friend like. Amazing. Like the two most famous performers were probably Calvin Harris and Tiesto, so you know, you get the direction in what type of music it was. I definitely recommend Summerburst if you like house music. Go there, just do it. Then another point I actually didn't mention a year ago was that I wanted to start a project. I didn't really know what kind of project, but you know, like a YouTube channel was a little project that I wanted to make. I have started a makeup account on Instagram because I want to make more makeup related stuff as a project because that is a hobby and an interest. But I also had the idea of starting a podcast because I realized that there were not many podcasts in Switzerland, which are, you know, Swiss German. So I thought I needed to start a Swiss German podcast. And I have now started one with my friend Oksana. And so if you know Swiss German, or at least German, please check us out. We're so excited for this project and we want to make content that you want. So check us out and leave us some feedback, please.
Gut, dann, wie war unser Single-Leben bis jetzt gewesen? Du hast nicht immer so viel Single-Leben gehabt bis jetzt, weil du bist eigentlich immer über
0 bis 15 und jetzt 20
bis 15.
bis 20.
Ja, siehst also.
Wohl!
So
We talk a lot about how you just should feel good and owe yourself stuff. So that is a project going on. We have about 5 episodes online. I have so much fun already with this project with her, so yeah, but those were pretty much all the points. Also, I checked off the last 2 ones. I didn't mention that, but yeah. Let's see how many ones I did check off. I think I checked off 11 things from 14. So, pretty good. I can give myself a little clap on the shoulder. I think this gap year has taught me so much. This year has had quite many downs, but I'm ready for this next year to start. And I think I even might do a video about things I learned in my gap year. Yeah, thank you really much for watching and for also watching my vlogs from the beginning of my gap year. I have put out some of the vlogs nearly a year after, so you know, I haven't been super active with YouTube, but it's something that I think is really fun and I want to continue doing. So thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye!